everyone. This is Learning Strand 2 Scientific and Critical Thinking Skills. Welcome to another exciting episode of
A Moment of Science,
where, in learning scientifically and critically, you are your only limit. I am Teacher Juvie, your ALS implementer, at your service. Please find yourself a comfortable place and ready with you
your ball pen, answer sheet, and learning activity sheet number 34 if you are an A&E elementary learner.
This time, I want you to close your eyes and think of a person who means so much to you. What can you risk for him or for her? You think of something that he or she can give you without condition. Now open your eyes and hold on to that thought, and let us together watch this short story that I have prepared for you. Are you ready? Here it is.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I know I was a bad daughter, but my mother was, without a doubt, the best mother. After the death of my father, she decided to control my every step. She literally tormented me with her hypercare. She saw danger in every detail, especially in my hobby of playing basketball. She demanded that I give up the sport, but all my mother's worries, in my opinion, were needless. I was young and completely healthy. What could possibly have happened? But once, right during one of my games, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt as if my heart was beating right out of my chest, doing a tap dance. My legs gave way, and I fainted to the frightened cries of the crowd. I woke up in the hospital with pain all over my body, and it felt like I had gone through a meat grinder. I was always strong, but when I felt how slow my heart was beating, I got very scared. Later we learned that my heart almost stopped, and I had been just one step away from death. According to the doctor, my disease is hereditary. Additionally, in my case, this genetic abnormality couldn't be diagnosed until the first symptoms appeared. My condition was not only severe, but also deadly. I could not believe that this was happening to me. Do I have to say goodbye not only to sports, but also to life? According to the doctor, my heart was very weak and could barely function. Only a heart transplant could save me. I simply did not hear the rest of the doctor's words. I only saw my mother's face and her eyes filled with tears. For me, a young and energetic athlete, only darkness remains. I could barely walk along the street without feeling dizzy. I struggled with shortness of breath. My skin turned pale and my legs swelled up and looked like two boiled sausages. I could barely feel my fingers because my heart was not strong enough to pump blood well enough. Waiting for a suitable donor sometimes takes years. One of the main conditions for compatibility is the same blood type. But with my rare AB blood type, it is very difficult to find a compatible donor. I may not live to see my next birthday. You know, it's scary to lie in a bed staring at the ceiling while listening to the uneven rhythm of your own heart. It's horrifying to realize that life is slipping through your fingers. My mum did not lose hope and tried to make my last days a little bit happier. One day, in the evening, she entered my room in a new pink dress. I had never seen her look so beautiful. Mum helped me put on a new dress that was my favourite colour, turquoise, and some fancy shoes. I was so happy that I couldn't help but smile. She went down to the living room, and it seemed to me that I was in a fairy tale. The whole living room was decorated with flowers and candles, and my mother invited me to the table, which was beautifully laid out. I asked, "What is the special occasion?" And my mother said that they had found a donor for me. That evening seemed like the happiest of my life. That evening, my mother was not a strict parent. She was just a loving mother. Soon, the evening turned into the night, and I did not even notice how I fell asleep. I woke up in the hospital ward with wild chest pain. I did not understand what was happening and asked to call my mother, but the doctor reassured me. He said that I should not worry. Visitation would not be allowed for 1 week. All week, I eagerly awaited my mother so that I could share with her the joy of being healthy again. But my mum never came. The doctor handed me a letter from my mother. In the letter, she asked my forgiveness for leaving me alone. My days were running out, and there was practically no chance of finding a donor. She felt she had no other choice. So my mother decided to give me her heart. 15 years since Mum's death. I miss her a lot, but she is next to me. I know that because all I have to do is put my hand to my chest and I hear her voice.
What was the story all about? Yes, the story was all about a mother who sacrificed her own heart for her daughter. How can you describe the mother in the story? The mother has an unconditional love for her child. Why? What is wrong with her daughter? Yes, the daughter had a heart illness, and in order for the daughter to survive, her mother gave her her own heart. What organ of our body is mentioned in the story? You are correct. The organ mentioned in the story is the heart. In what body system does the heart belong? You are right. The heart belongs to circulatory system. Today, we will focus our discussion in the circulatory system, its structures, and their functions. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to, first, identify the major structures of the circulatory system. Second, describe the function of each structure of the circulatory system. Third, appreciate the importance of the parts of the circulatory system. To find out what you already know about the topics, please answer these pre-test questions. Get your ballpen and your answer sheet. You are given 20 seconds to answer each number. Read carefully each sentence and choose the letter of your correct answer. Are you ready? You may now start. Well, how was it? Compare your answers with these. If all your answers are correct, very good. This shows that you already know much about the topics. You may still watch to review what you already know. Who knows? You will learn a few more new things as well. If you got a low score, don't feel bad. It means that this lesson is for you. It will help you understand more about important things that will help you in your daily life.
Without your being aware of it, your organ systems are working continuously to keep you alive. One of these organ systems is the circulatory system.
The circulatory system consists of the heart, a network of blood vessels, and blood. Heart, which is a muscular organ, is the center of the human circulatory system. It is approximately the size of a clenched fist, weighing about 250 to 350 grams, and is located in the thoracic cavity between the lung towards the left side of the chest. Blood vessels are a series of tubes which are attached to the heart, and blood flows through these blood vessels in our body. There are 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are the blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood from the organs back to the heart. In most cases, this blood is deoxygenated. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels with a thickness of only 1 cell. They connect arteries and veins and enable the exchange of water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, and chemical substances between blood and surrounding cells. When the heart pumps out blood, it is under high pressure. Therefore, the arteries which carry the blood away from the heart are equipped with thick and elastic walls to sustain this pressure. Veins collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to the heart, so that the blood they carry is not under pressure. Therefore, veins have thin walls. The wall of capillaries is 1 cell thick and porous, which enables materials to pass through it.
What is the main function of the circulatory system? You are correct. The circulatory system's main function is to transport through blood the oxygen and nutrients needed by the cells and collects waste materials from the body. What are the 3 main structures of the circulatory system? That is correct. The 3 main structures of the circulatory system are heart, blood vessels, and the blood. How will you describe the heart? Great job! The heart is a hollow muscular organ located between the lungs towards the left side of your chest. How large or small is your heart? Excellent! Your heart is just about the size of your clenched fist. What is the main function of the heart? That is correct. As the most hardworking organ of the circulatory system, our heart's main function is to continuously pump blood throughout our body. What is this part of the circulatory system that is circulated throughout the body? Yes, it is the blood. The blood, which is said to be the fluid of life, is the red substance that carries oxygen, nutrients, carbon dioxide, and other waste materials in our body. How is the blood distributed throughout the body? Yes, the blood is distributed throughout the body through a network of tube-like structures we call blood vessels. What are the 3 kinds of blood vessels in our body? That is right. The 3 kinds of blood vessels in our body are vein, artery, and capillary. How will you describe the structure and function of each blood vessel? Great job! The vein, which is a thin-walled blood vessel, carries the oxygenated blood into the heart. On the other hand, the artery, which is an elastic and thick-walled blood vessel, carries oxygenated blood from the heart to the different parts of the body. The capillaries are the smallest blood vessels that connect arteries and veins and allows exchange of water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, and other chemical substance between the blood and surrounding cells. This time, how about we are going to have a very exciting activity?
On the board are pictures and cards that show the structures of the circulatory system and their functions. What you are going to do is to create a concept map that explains the circulatory system using these pictures and cards. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Compare your concept map to this. How well did you do? Great job!
The concept map shows that the circulatory system transports oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, waste materials, and chemical substance in our body. It has three major structures: the heart, which is the muscular organ that pumps blood; the blood, which is the red fluid distributed throughout the body; and the blood vessels that are tube-like structures where the blood flows. This also shows that blood vessels are of three types: the veins that carry the oxygenated blood into the heart, the arteries that carry oxygenated blood away from the heart, and the capillaries where the exchange of gases and nutrients take place.
Are you up to another activity? That's great! This is your body that shows the structure of the circulatory system. You are going to label the structure and give its function. Get your paper and pen and start writing down your answers. Does your answer have the same concept as this? Then you have done an excellent job. Let us go back to our learning objectives for today. What are these major structures of the circulatory system? What is the function of each structure of the circulatory system? This time, if you are an A&E elementary learner, kindly get your learning activity sheet number 34. Let us try to go over the concept notes in it.
The circulatory system, otherwise known as human cardiovascular system, delivers food and oxygen to the different parts of the body. Also, it moves the gas known as CO2 or carbon dioxide and other unwanted products out of the cells. Another function is that it helps control blood heat and moves substances, providing protection to the body from infection. It has three main components: the heart, which pumps blood to the different parts of the body; the blood that transports nutrients and oxygen to the different body parts and collects waste substances that aren't needed in our body, and the blood vessels that carry blood throughout the body. The blood vessels has three kinds: the arteries, veins, and the capillaries. The veins carry the oxygenated blood to the heart. The arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart, while the capillaries are the smallest blood vessels that connect arteries and veins. Our circulatory system is important because its parts are what make us alive. This system has the most important organ that keeps us going and living every day, the heart. Whether we are awake or sleeping, our heart never stops to beat or to pump blood. Because when the heart stops, we stop to breathe and we stop to live. The blood is equally important as it carries the oxygen we need and the nutrients for our cells in order for our organs and tissues to function properly. And this blood is easily distributed or transported to our body because of the network of blood vessels. Therefore, it is of great importance that we should take care of our circulatory system as a means of showing our appreciation to this body system.
Kindly get your paper and pen. Column A describes the functions of the parts of the circulatory system found in column B. All you have to do is to match the pair correctly by writing the letter of the best answer. Are you ready? Let's begin. Compare your answers with this. Did you get them all correct? Excellent!
For your evaluation, if you are an A&E elementary learner, get your learning activity sheet number 34 and answer the exercises in it. If you are an A&E junior high school learner, you may answer the exercises here on the board. You have 5 minutes to finish the task. Are you ready? You may start. Compare your answers with this. How well did you do? If you've got them all correct, then you have done a great job. If you have scored low, don't feel bad, for you can always go back to the lesson and check the topics you find a little difficult to understand.
As our agreement, you are going to draw the circulatory system in a long bond paper. Label the parts. Under each part, you are going to write a short description and give its function. That is all for today. Thank you for joining me in learning the circulatory system, its structures, and their functions. See you next time in another exciting episode of A Moment in Science, wherein learning scientifically and critically, you are your only limit. This has been your ALS implementer, Teacher Juvie, at your service. Keep safe, everyone, and always follow the safety protocols in this time of pandemic. May God bless us all.